Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and we're just going to get started with this. Have I done this right? Just make sure everything's live and up and running. It seems to be. We've got the chat area in, which is excellent. So today we're going to be talking about, it's just a daily crypto update. We're just going to talk about cryptos, what's been happening with BTC, what's been happening with BABB, which has been a mental weekend, what's been happening with Tron as well, and the other altcoins. We spoke last week about the kind of altcoins that were under 500 Satoshi. A lot of them have kind of popped, which I spoke about last week, and I think we're in for a good run, hopefully, if the BTC price can hold above $8,000. So I'm just going to quickly see who's in just now, and I'll just transfer over. Who's in house just now? Crypto Don Juan, welcome to you, mate. Good to see you here, and good chatting to you as well. Christopher A is in. Good morning to you. Simone Hendricks, good morning, afternoon to you. Chris Winch, morning mate, let's get this BAX train moving. Yes, BAX has been on a major roll kind of over the weekend as well, and it went up to as high as 0.0018, which is above, which is 50% above the actual kind of ICO price. Marcus Schaffery, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Good morning, Stephen. Thank you for mentioning bags. My pleasure. Shardan is in the house as well. Crypto Don Juan, smash up the likes. Yes, if you like this just now, hit the like button just now. It helps me kind of move up in the kind of YouTube rankings as well. If you hit it, and if you've not subscribed yet, hit subscribe as well, and hit the notification bell as well. And you'll get a notification every time I go live or do a video. And I'm going to be doing videos this week on BABB. I might cut it down. I was going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I might just do Monday to Wednesday. I'll tell you why in a wee second. So yeah, if you like this, please, it helps the channel if you can hit the likes as well, and spread the word on it if you want to kind of put a link to it as well. Ty Denali, yes, I was just looking for the show. Perfect timing, brilliant. Samuel Ruffy, how you doing, man? Excellent, from New Jersey. Let me know where you're from in the world as well. Good to see where you are from in the world. Rob Taylor is in the house as well. Welcome to you, Mike. Cryptico is in. Hayden Wilcox, good morning. Bax has been doing amazing. Yes. Justin is in the house as well. Welcome to you. Eugene Cunningham. Brilliant to see you. Martin Soom as well. A lot of people from the Telegram chat, which is brilliant to see. Cole Phillips. Morning, listen live while travelling to work. Brilliant. Richard Rowland from Cricklewood. Excellent. Love the bags. Thanks for the Pundy. Don't forget Pundy. Yeah, I've seen that as well. That's on the kind of banker network as well. I've seen that kind of doubling up almost as well. Dave, in the house with my wee pants. Yep, you need to, if you're in watching this live, you need to have your big girl pants on or your big boy pants on. Pull them up tight, wrap them round tight, and do your own research as well. I'm not a financial advisor. I kind of put the disclaimer at the beginning. So put your big boy pants on if you're kind of talking about crypto. No moaning, just talking about crypto. Kevin Hunt, good morning from Maidstone. Welcome to you as well. Studio 10 is in the house as well. Crypto market news, woohoo! Finally here with my first live with you. Excellent, excellent. BABB has gone brilliant. Curly Crypto is in the house as well from Manchester. I have my big girl Frenchies on this AM. Excellent, excellent. So the big boy pants are big comfortable pants, the big girl pants are big comfortable pants as well. So remember and keep them in. Okay, what's been happening with the markets? What a weekend. What a weekend it's been. I was watching the kind of cryptos and watching Bitcoin going up to about $8,400. And I'm going, holy shit, is this the bull run we're kind of looking for? It kind of went back down a wee bit, but that's cool. It needs to have a wee bit of a pullback. That's fine, that's not a problem at all. And this kind of, after the tax season kind of finishes, which is meant to be April the 17th, a lot of people are expecting a big rise in Bitcoin. I don't think so, to be honest. I didn't think that from the beginning, but we'll see. We'll see what happens after tomorrow. Might still go up, but Bitcoin going a wee bit down again, not that much as well. That's worrying. We'll just have a look at the kind of Bitcoin chart just now. That's not the Bitcoin chart. That's the Ethereum chart. So have a look at the Bitcoin one just now, just to see where we are just now and kind of what the chart is looking like as well. It's going slightly back up, so it's kind of hit a low of about 7993. So it might be that that kind of 8,000 mark might be a new kind of support level, but we don't know. It's up at 8097. I think it's going to go back up today, but we don't know. The 7 MA has crossed the 25 MA downwards, which is not a big thing, to be honest. It's kind of up and down over the last few hours, but we'd expect a pullback on this kind of big run up. It's gone up to 8,441 or something, so we expect a wee pullback on that. But it looks as if it's coming back up again as well. It's gone up $100, so that's good, and that's going to be good for all the kind of altcoins as well, because the sentiment, once Bitcoin price goes up, the sentiment goes up and people are more confident with staying in the market and buying the altcoins as well. What's happening with the overall market cap? Overall market cap has done brilliant, up to 325. We'll look at it for the last 7 days, see what the kind of highest point is. It was up at nearly $340 billion, which is brilliant. It's up at $325 billion just now, but you can see here it was down as low as 270. So that's a big, huge jump in the overall market cap. And with the Bitcoin price, we've seen it shoot up kind of last week. This looks like institutional money, to be honest, coming in. It can't go up that much. It can't go up from 270 billion up to about 200 or 300 billion without some money coming in, big money coming in. And I think that's why the Bitcoin prices went up as well. So there's a lot of stuff happening with it. The BTC dominance is 42.2%, a wee bit higher than it was. We'll just look at that kind of chart as well. So it was down to 35%, up to 45%, and down to 42%, which is kind of stable though. It's kind of stable, so that's okay as well. Okay, we'll just go to a few comments as well. Chardan, Bancor or IDEX for BABB? I love Bancor, to be honest. I've been trading on Bancor, but I was speaking to somebody in a Telegram chat as well. You can't do a stop loss on Bancor. I don't know if you can do an IDEX. I've only traded once or twice an IDEX a while ago, but you can't do a stop loss on that. If you want to put in your 6% stop loss when it goes to an all-time high again, if you're trading it, that is. If you're keeping it for the long term, you don't need to worry, but it's good to kind of take some off the top as well if you're kind of trading it, or maximize your returns on this as well. But we're going to look at BABB in detail, a wee bit more detail as well. Thanks for dropping by the Telegram channel. Good stuff. My pleasure, Ty. It's good to be in the Telegram chat and just have a look in there as well. Eugene Cunningham, Northern Ireland, baby. Excellent. I love Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. I can't do the Irish accent. I don't know if that's a Northern Ireland accent or a Southern Ireland accent. I think it's Northern Ireland. But I love the Northern Ireland accent. Mike Cryptico is in the house. Birmingham in the house. Excellent. We're finally here with the first. Oh, right, I've seen that as well. A lot of the comments are getting kind of mixed up. BABB is a beautiful thing. Crypto Rebel, it is. Peter Cody, good morning. Finally got at the beginning of the live stream. Excellent, Peter. Good to see you here, buddy. Terrell Hooker is in the house as well. Welcome to you. Crypto market news. If you go into CMC and go into trending and gainers and losers, you'll see BABB on the 7-day chart. Excellent. That'll be good to see. Trending, gainers and losers. We'll have a look at that. And we'll go to the 7-day. BABB is number 2 on the trending biggest gainers. 232% has gone up since I first started covering it. So I started covering it about the 8th of April, 7th or 8th of April, and it's gone up 232%. That would have been higher over the weekend, although it's had a wee pullback as well. So that would have probably been number 1, I would imagine. So what this means, this is good for BABB as well, because what really this means is it's getting more exposure, because people are going to go into these charts and go, what the hell is BABB, if they've never heard about it, and they're going to check it out, and they're going to hopefully kind of take a position in BABB as well once they check it out, once they do the kind of the due diligence as well. So that was a good call there. Thanks for letting me know about that. Crypto market news, that was good. Coin collected, BABB is just solid, trading $1 million daily now. Unbelievable. It's nearly up at $2 million actually. When you think it was only trading around about on average $100,000 a day, and before the 8th of April, it's now trading about $1.5 million, $2 million per day, and that is on a small exchange. What's going to happen when it gets on one of the bigger exchanges? It's just going to be unbelievable. And if you're in it just now, You've done brilliant. Even if you're just trading it and you get out just now, you've done amazing. But if you're in it for the long term, it's going to be amazing. I think. But there's still a few caveats. We're looking for the banking license. If they don't get the banking license, it's going to go down before it goes back up again, because a lot of people are banking on this banking pardon the pun, but they really are kind of looking for this banking license in the hopes that they get it. If they don't get the banking license, the price of BABB is going to go down. There's no point in beating about the bush saying it's going to go to the moon all the time. You have to kind of be realistic. So what they're waiting on just now, BABB, if you think about what BABB waiting on just now, they're waiting on to get onto other exchanges. Once they get onto bigger exchanges, price is going to go up as well. It's going to get more exposure as well, so the price is going to go up. If it gets a banking license or gets a restricted banking license, it's going to shoot up. There's no doubt about it. If it doesn't get the banking license, it's going to go down, and then they're going to look at the products that they've got, the black card as well, the app that they've got that can still do peer-to-peer lending and stuff like that without the banking license. So there's a whole load of things they can still do, but make no mistake, it is going to go down if they don't get that banking license. So we have to kind of be realistic about it and not get over exuberant about it as well. So we have to think about that. So we'll just take a look at BABB just now. I couldn't find any good charts on it. You can't see it on TradingView, but I'm just going to look here on the IDEX platform, so you can see the charts here, and I've just kind of mapped out a few things just now. So if we look at the 7-day as a green line, the 7-day MA, sorry, the 7MA is a green line, and the orange line is a 25 MA, and you can see that crossed over ages ago. It's just not even, you can't even see the crossover if you kind of go back. So if you got down here at 108 or something, this is the Ethereum. We're looking at the Ethereum price here. So what date was that? Yeah, that was round about the 8th. This is when I got into it, round about the 8th, and I started buying up. As I was going up, I was looking at the charts and I was still buying into it, and I bought into it more at the weekend as well. So I'm still buying into BABB just now. But what I want to look at, a lot of people are kind of asking, okay, should I get back into BABB? And looking at the price charts here, you can see a nice kind of wedge forming here. If we kind of put the lines here, we can see the triangle here and the wedge. So what's been doing is bouncing off this kind of support line. You can see all the way up, it's kind of bouncing off and going back up, or coming down and going back up, coming down, bounce right back up. And I think that's what it's doing just now. So it's hitting about 290. And if it breaks through round about 305, 304 in the next couple of hours, which I think it will do, to be honest, if the Bitcoin price stays stable, then we're going to see another run up. And it has had a high as 379, which is amazing, to be honest. It's really, really good. So it's brilliant to see. So I expect this to bounce back up today if the Bitcoin price stays stable. So that's all looking good there as well. And that's on IDEX. So the volume on IDEX is picking up as well, and we'll just have a look at the volume here as well, and you can see the kind of historical data on this, and look at the volume. So the volume before the 9th of April, 72,000, 63,000, 57,000, 38, 30, 78, 104, 32. So the average is probably, looking at that, probably the average has been about 60,000 per day trading. Now you see a big jump on the April the 9th, 229,000, 330, 596, 639, 1.2 million, 500,000, 1.965 million, last 24 hours, 1.8 million traded. And this is on a small exchange. That's on the Banker network. And Banker network is really easy to use. It's quickly becoming an exchange I really like. I bought into another coin on Banker as well. It's just so easy to use. And you can use your bank account. If you've got a bank account, you can use your kind of Visa debit card or your debit card to buy these coins as well. So I kind of tried it and it was easy enough. It was really easy to use. So the Banker network is really good. We'll just look at the kind of small caps. So I bought into Kin as well. I think it was 111 when I bought into Kin, and I sold it about 154, and I got more backs with the profits I made from Kin. which was the profits was about $1,100 or something. So I bought more backs with that as well. So you can see backs is slightly down. It's 1496 just now, but that's to be expected. But I can see a bounce coming back up if the Bitcoin price stays stable. If Bitcoin price shoots down, it's not shooting down. There's nothing major kind of going on with the Bitcoin price. If that kind of goes up, we can see backs going up as well. It's kind of going up slightly as well. So backs is on a major run just now, and I was looking at, I'll tell you what I was looking at as well, which was quite interesting. If we look at the, and this is not, Ripple is not a competitor of backs, because it's a different animal altogether, but what we can do is if we look at the chart, I'll just kind of maximize this. If we look at the chart, we can see the prices are kind of around very similar. So the price of Ripple, and this back in 2014, is 0.002 there. And that's what the price is coming up just now for kind of BABB just now. Then we can see it kind of going up, and then it shot up in price to around about 2 cents, 2.5 cents. And then it didn't do anything for a couple of years. And then we just scroll over here and we see the price shooting up from around 0.006 cents. With that was a market capitalization of 235 million. Remember, BABB has only got a market capitalization of 21 million. And it's shot up to about 41 cents here with a market cap of $15 billion. That's how much it shot up by. But then it came all the way back down to about 23 cents. And then you know what happened after that. It went up to $3.65, over $4 actually, to 141 billion market cap. Is BABB going to do that? Doesn't matter. It's just a comparison. For that, it doesn't. We're not kind of doing it for that. But if we kind of look at the potential that a coin has, if BABB get their banking license, if they go into the other markets, which they will inevitably will do, then you can see the price kind of totally exploding, and you're in on the bottom. If they don't get the banking license, we can see it going down. We can see it going down again. And just some, but the good thing about BABB is they're going for the Bank of England license, but they're also going for kind of Europe, and they're also going for Bahrain banking license as well. So either one of those is going to do well. It'll do really well for the price. We'll just go to a few comments. Honest Crypto Journey, good morning from Edinburgh. Hope you had a good weekend. Great weekend. Excellent. Hope you had a good weekend as well. I had a brilliant weekend, to be honest. Did you take profit on BABB? No, I haven't sold one single coin on BABB. I've just bought more into it. And the more I look into it, and I did the interview with Paul Johnson on Friday, and I've got that edited. I'm just waiting on the nod. And just in case Paul has kind of given information that he shouldn't have, I'm waiting on the BABB team getting back to me and just saying, yep, that's okay. There's no kind of information in there that we don't want to be public just now. So there's not kind of any information in there, but I just have to send it over to them just to say, this is what I'm going to be putting out. So I've done that interview, and what it did for me is strengthen my confidence in the actual BABB token, or the BABB as a kind of company. It strengthened my confidence, so that interview really strengthened my confidence, and I went in more. So I've not sold one BABB token yet. Coin Collector, alright, the kind of comments are getting mixed up here. This is weird. Crypto Market News, it was 336% yesterday for the 7-day chart, and number one, yeah. I could imagine, because it got up to about 1800, I think. And when it got up to 1800, I still didn't think about kind of selling any BABB. If you think about this for the long term, it'd be a good trading coin as well. We can see on IDEX, this would be a good trading coin, because you could have rode it all the way up to the top to about you could have went up to kind of 371, and then kind of set a mental stop loss of 6%. 6% of 371, 63s, 64s, 24, take 24 off that. It's about 350. So you could have got out, maximise your profits, then looked at this line and got back in again at 262, kind of rode it up, so it'd be a good trading coin as well, but I'm not trading this. I'm actually kind of holding and consolidating my position in this as well. So what I'm doing is when I'm seeing it coming down to this support line, this is when I'm buying back in, or consolidating, or buying more. So that's what I'm using. So it's kind of the trading principles that I use as well. Using this kind of support line, using the trading principles, I'm buying more into this as well. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm not selling any just now. I'm not trading it. I'm just kind of consolidating and buying more back in as well. Jan is in. Hi from Slovenia. BABB is kind of wee airplanes there. Yes, it's taken off just now. Rob Taylor, although BABB has pumped hard this week, would you recommend buying some more BABB or waiting for potential correction? Well, that's what I was saying, Rob, just kind of what I was saying there. So although it has pumped quite hard, we're talking 330%, as we said at the top, but it's come back down. It's got down to 262 there as well. This would be the point I would be buying back in. So on this support line, you can see here, and I'll just kind of enlarge that again so you can see for yourself, and you can get this chart on IDEX. So you can see this is the support line I've kind of drawn here, and the triangle here as well on the downtrend. You can see this would be where I was buying back in, about 290, and this is the ether value, 290 and upwards. If it breaks down below here, then it might not be a good time to get in. If it breaks down below this kind of support line, we can see it's never really broken down. It did on this kind of candle down to about 255, but it's just keeping a close eye on it, and this would be, for me, this would be a good entry position. And when it breaks here, this resistance line, you would call it, once it breaks here, then it looks as if it would go on another run back up, depending on the Bitcoin price. So for me, this is a good buy-in time, to be honest. So I hope that helps. BABB roadmap is a bit vague, is it not? Scottish Bull, I don't think so. To be honest, I think the big thing for them, for the roadmap, is the banking license. This is what they're kind of focusing on just now, but they've got other things that they're focusing on as well. They've got patents coming out as well, so it's looking good. So the BABB roadmap will be updated, I would imagine, once they get a banking license, or once they know what's happening with the banking license. Salim, talk about Banca also. I'll be looking at that in the review. So what I was going to do the weekend, I was going to do the full review over the weekend to release today, but because the price was just skyrocketing, it would have been old news if I'd done the review at the weekend. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do it straight after this, do the full review on it. It should only take about an hour and a half to kind of put together and edit, because I've got the notes all there, and then I'll be doing that as well, and I'll talk about the actual competition we've got going as well. I'll talk about that in a wee second. But let's look at some other coins. So Tron, that was taking a wee dip, kind of went down to 488, but then it kind of came back up to about 530. So Tron is still not a good trading coin just now, but it might be a good time to kind of look at getting back in if you're out of Tron just now. So I'm in Tron. Again, this is one kind of for the long term, but I was trading it for a while. And if another trading opportunity becomes available, a good entry position for trading it, I'll start trading it again as well. Just using the 7MA and the 25MA. And that's what I'm using just now. So if you're just using the 7MA and the 25MA, we'll just enlarge this. Again, if that's all you were using, computer's going a bit slow. We'll just go down on that actually. Computer's going slow. Yeah, if you were just using the 7MA and the 25MA, you could have got into Tron at 502, rode it up to 530, and put a 6% stop loss, take it, maximise your profits, and then maybe got back in again, round about here as well, 509, 510. It seems to be going up just now. A lot of buy orders. You can see the buy orders on the left hand side and the sell orders. So it's looking good for Tron to go back up today actually. I'm thinking it's going to go back up looking at the charts. What were the other ones? So I talked about the kind of coins that were 500 Satoshi kind of popping. So we'll just have a wee look what happened there. So you can see IOST kind of popped. It went at 484 after being down to about 430. Storm kind of popped as well, 488. That done well. And that was from about 414. Where did it cross over? Around about 423. So that would be a good 10-15% as well. TNB kind of popped as well. Not a huge profit, but it went up to 520, so that's about a good 25% if you're into that. Fun popped as well. So all the ones under 500 Satoshi did actually pop. POT done the best. You can see I spoke about this last week. At 430, I mentioned POT and I thought this is going to pop, and it did. It went up to about 600 and what did it go up to? We'll look in the daily chart to see what it popped. 632 went up, so that had been a good 50% profit, and set the stop loss at 6% below the recent all-time high. So a lot of these coins have done well, and I would imagine when BTC price keeps going up, and it is going back up again to 8115, I think these coins will start popping again. They'll have some kind of trading opportunities in there. POT just now is not looking for a good trade, for an entry position. Tron is all over the place just now, to be honest, but you could start trading it. But according to the 1 hour chart, the 7 MA is just about to cross below the 25 MA, but so we need to wait on a confirmation candle there before we kind of do anything. Encash was good as well. Encash kind of popped as well, 447 up to 570, so that'd have been a good, what profit was that, 447 up to 570, 100, a good 30% profit as well. So a lot of the coins were doing well over the weekend, which was good to see. AirSwap is the highest just now. I've got a position in AirSwap actually, but that's when I bought it back in January, so I'm still way off where I bought into it. ADA is looking good as well. We spoke about kind of Cardano last week as well, around about 2,200. That's starting to go up. I like this for the long term. I like Cardano for the long term. I think it's got a brilliant future ahead of it, and it's starting, we can see the price starting to rise, obviously with the kind of sentiment coming back into the market, the positive sentiment coming back in, which is brilliant. Zalika as well, that done really well. We'll just look at the day chart. So we mentioned Zalika as well. Somebody spoke about Zalika. So it went from 603 up to 825, 33% profit on that as well, if you set your 6% stop loss, which is brilliant again. Okay, we'll just go to a few of the comments. And still, how can I get alerted on BACK's coin movement? It's not on Coinage. It's not on Coinage, which is a pain in the arse. So the only chart that I've been able to kind of find a good chart is on IDEX itself. So the IDEX chart, because it's using TradingView chart, but it's not on TradingView as well. You can't actually go into TradingViews. That's why I use kind of the IDEX chart. Unless you've got a pro account. I don't know if they've got a difference in the pro account, but it's not on Coinage just now either, which is a pain for doing charting, to be honest. But yeah, I would go on to kind of IDEX to look at the chart, and you can start, if you're trading it, you can start trading on there as well. Crypto One, do they have an idea of when they would know if the banking license is going to be issued? They don't, or he wouldn't say. Paul Johnson wouldn't actually say when that was going to be. They just don't know. They're in the kind of pre-application stage just now. That's what stage they're at just now. And Paul Johnson and Annie Alexander, they've done a kind of video on that on YouTube about the different stages for the banking license. But they're getting advice on it, really good advice on it from the banking team itself. So we just don't know is the honest answer. We don't know when it's going to be licensed. So what happens first? They'll not get a full license. They'll not get a full banking license. They'll get what is called a restricted license, where they'll kind of do it like a beta test almost. But even if they get restricted license, that goes a long way to getting the full license once they meet all the criteria with the beta testers as well. So if they get the restricted license, for me that's looking good for a full banking license, and I don't know when that is going to be as well. But me looking at this from the outside in, I know I've spoken to Paul Johnson, Annie Alexander, and looked at the Telegram group as well. Me looking at this from the outside purely as an investor, if I was kind of looking at this and saying, okay, what's going on with the volume? There has to be something going on that there's that much volume. Can it be that it's just getting more exposure? Because another YouTuber as well mentioned BABB as well, and I think that kind of video had about 14,000 views, a bigger channel than this. I'm just a small channel, to be honest. So I can't say I've had a lot of effect on that, to be honest. But a lot of people did get in when they seen my kind of review on BABB or looked at it when I started speaking about it. But it's either more exposure or there's something kind of going on as well. There's something, there might be news released on a kind of a new exchange or something. We just don't know, to be honest. It's only speculation from here. Cole Phillips, me too. I bought in Kin, 600,000 for $100. Excellent. Excellent. I think Kin is going to do well. Peter Pan saying good morning. Good morning to you. Kevin Hunt. And still I go to CoinGecko. I can monitor any coin I have an interest in. You can get a complete picture of what's happening here. CoinGecko. Oh. Second, I'll just go to search coin. Yeah, this is chart, but it's not good for kind of charting. I don't know if this has got a good enough chart. 7 day. I don't know if you can add. No, so you can't do much with that, to be honest, with the actual chart itself, unless there's other things you can do. So that's just looking at the market cap as well. It's going to be looking at the market cap. So yeah, it's not as good, but the IDEX chart is probably the best one, because you can add kind of charting positions on that as well. If you're into TA, you can do kind of lots of stuff with that as well, because the same chart as TradingView, and basically it's using a TradingView chart, but it's on IDEX, so that might be the better one rather than kind of CoinGecko. Cooper, morning all, great weekend or BABB gains. Yeah, it's brilliant, fantastic. Coin Collector, sign in through Telegram or Facebook Messenger. Yeah, Facebook. I kind of signed up for a Banker.network account using Facebook Messenger, so it was really easy. Really, I was really surprised. I didn't expect it to be so easy. King Baviro's in the house as well. Morning to you, buddy. Terra Hooker, what gas price are you buying BABB at? Just the minimum. It's just the bare minimum. So King Baviro, I've mentioned already. Bear Cody, that dump on Friday was due to a tweet from them. It caused a bit of fear. Yeah, the tweet that everybody's talking about, I'm just going to go over to that just now. I don't see the big issue with that. Me personally, as a company, I wouldn't have put it out, but if we're kind of looking at it, to be honest, and I kind of put a comment on as well, the tweet that we're talking about here is, we want to remind our community that buying and selling cryptocurrencies is a highly speculative activity. You should only buy cryptocurrencies with money that you're prepared to lose. Please always do your own research and don't rely on advice or opinion of others. I don't see that as a bad thing, to be honest. A lot of people seen that as, oh, is a kind of news coming out, do they know something we don't know, and a lot of kind of things like that coming out. I'd rather buy from a company that's putting a tweet out like that than from a company that's saying, okay, we're going to the moon, we're going to the moon, we're going to the moon, if they're saying that all the time. I honestly don't see anything, but however, I can understand people going, what the hell's going on? Why would they put out a tweet like that, to be honest? But it's a team being responsible, because it has risen so much. It has risen, if you think about it, it's risen 300%, and they put this out. It's just warning people, just be careful about what you're doing. So honestly, a lot of people are kind of mixed about this, but my feeling is, I don't know what the big deal was with that tweet, and if that was the cause of the price kind of going down a wee bit, you just need to do your own research, and just I honestly don't see a problem with that tweet. What's Bello? First time catching live from Canada. Excellent. We've got somebody in from Canada as well, which is brilliant to see. What's BABB's expected market cap? Well, the market cap just now on BABB is, we'll just kind of refresh that, is around about 21 million. Yeah, 20 million and a half. We can't say what's expected because we don't know what's going to do. It all hinges on kind of a lot of different things. If it gets to a big exchange, then it could go up to 100 million. If it gets a banking license, then you're talking it goes up to 250 million. For me personally, I think that's where it's going to go, but we just don't know at the end of the day. But we're talking 10x from here, at least if it gets this banking license, because after all, is a bank account based blockchain. That's what BABB is all about. So we're looking for them to get at least one of the banking licenses that they're going for. But the potential is absolutely massive. So think about it this way. If they didn't get the banking license and what they had was the app and they had peer-to-peer lending and stuff like that as well, would it still be worth $20 million for the full market cap if they were going to release more things in the future as well? And remember, they've got a kind of license already just now, but it's not the full banking license. So would it be worth $20 million for the company? Yeah, it would. So the downside is if you get in just now and they don't get that banking license, yeah, it might dip a wee bit, then kind of go back up. And market cap being $20 million, there's not that much downside. But then if you look at the potential upside and you go, holy shit, if they get the bank license, if they get onto exchanges in the future as well, and they kind of do kind of partnerships as well in Europe and Bahrain and places like that and with other banks. And for me, there's a really interesting prospect for this as well, which I'll mention in the full review as well. And it's about kind of banks offering their own cryptocurrencies as well. I think that's a big thing that's not been kind of really spoken about with BABB as well. The potential is just huge, while the downside is not that much, to be honest. If you think about it, if they just do not get anything and they don't get that banking license, they'll still have their app, they'll still have the black card as well, they'll still have the kind of patents they've got as well, the facial recognition, the AI they've got as well. It's just, I see there's very little downside, but huge upside. That's what you have to do when you're kind of looking at a coin like this, because it's just starting out. It's been around for months, obviously, over a year, to be honest, but the ICO is not long finished, and it's only a 20 million market cap, only 20 million. So whereas there's not that much downside with this, and this is why I like kind of looking for hidden gems like this. So hopefully this is a hidden gem. And this is not me shilling this. This is just me saying this is a coin I got into. This is why I'm getting into it. So it's not me saying you should buy into it. I'm just saying this is why I bought into it. Because I've been accused already of actually doing a pump and dump. And I couldn't believe it. I actually thought it was quite funny. Because if anybody that knows me, they'll know I'm just such an honest guy and very open. And I would never do something like that, kind of unorganised pump and dump. It's just crazy to even think about that. But I get the fact that a lot of people don't know me. They've only seen me on this channel. But this, I'm just telling you what I'm into, to be honest. And what I'm, just like I did with Tron as well, and still doing with Tron and all the other coins I talk about as well. Crypto One just sent some Ether to Banker. Finally, LOL, thought on Kin. Supply is very high. Any concerns? No, the supply is really high. We're talking trillions on Kin. But for me, Kin was just, it wasn't a long-term opportunity for me. And I can see it going up for Kin. Kin is up to 170 just now. So I can see it going up. And it has been 10 times this price already. So if you think about it from that point of view, where it's been already, what they're doing just now as well, this could go up as well. So my thinking with Kin, if I put kind of a couple of $1,000s in and I get 20% back, brilliant. I'll get that, take that 20%, put it into BACS or something else that I like, but I did put it into BACS. Then that's fine. I've just made a profit. If it comes back down again, I'll look at the charts and say, okay, a good time to get back in. Buy, I don't know, 50 million for about $5,000 or something. Then when it goes up again, sell out again, get more BACS, get more Tron or whatever it is. And that's how I look at Kin. For me, it's not a long-term investment because I've not looked into it deep enough for it to be a long-term investment. BACS is a long-term investment. That's why I'm not trading it. I'm using it, using the kind of dips to buy in more. And when I say long-term, I'm talking 1 to 3 years. So yeah, that's what I think about kind of Kin. I think it's good. It'd be a good trading coin, to be honest. Crypto market news is actually very interesting once you insert all the indicators you like. For example, on the RSI, you see it's very overbought on the higher time frame, so it can help you trade. Yeah, I just look at the MAs, and to be honest, just simple trading is the MAs, but you can look at the RSI, obviously look at the volume as well, and we can see the volume very clearly. Use the, that's my phone going off, I'll just leave that just now. Right, just leave it. Martin the Chef, BABB long-term hold? Yes, definitely. BABB is for me a long-term hold. Now, I'm going to be honest here as well. If BABB suddenly shot up to about 10 cents or something, I would probably liquidate half my position in that and keep the other half fully in BABB just for the long term. So I'm not going to lie and say I'm going to hold it for the long term. Even if it goes up to $1, I'm going to keep on holding. I wouldn't. That'd be crazy. If it got to $1, I definitely would be liquidating a lot of my position there. But for me, it's a long-term hold. The potential for it to fully realise its potential, then we kind of have to look at that and just say, okay, it's going to be a long-term, and not look at it every day. Although you can look at it every day if you're trading it as well. Dave, interesting that you have bought on Bancor straight from your debit card. I can't see that option. So if you go on to Bancor just now, you can see, we'll click on buy for backs. We'll just say, 1 second. Where are we? Going to buy and sell. No, that's asking me to sign in. So it's not going to let me show you here. I'm doing a video on CYT-Crypto.com, the trading. I'm doing trading videos on it, just to exactly how to do it. But yeah, I spent about $1,000 just testing it with the actual. How did I do that again? If I'm going to be honest, if I want to buy that, it's because it's recognising I've got Bancor. Right, I'm just going to see how I've done that. Christ, that was almost 7 days ago and I can't even remember how I done that with the credit card. It wasn't a credit card, it was a debit card I bought it with. That's not letting me do it just now, but I did definitely buy it with kind of my debit card. But I'm not seeing that option. Why am I not seeing that option now? Right, what I'm going to do, because it's recognising that I've got Bancor.network, 24-hour change, buy, connect with Messenger again. I've had to go through all that, so I can't see it. You're not going to be able to see it on this because it's asking me to connect with the kind of Messenger, but you definitely can buy with your card because I did it last week. That's how I first got into it. Blind Wordsman, is BABB is long term for me? Yeah, definitely. Street Workout, hey there, you hear about Ian Bellina being hacked? No, I didn't hear about that actually. I didn't hear about that. For 1 million or more. Eddie Holland, morning. Korean Jew on Twitter got me into Banca and TFD. It was shipping from there into BABB at the same time. You mentioned it, both promising. Excellent. Excellent. Crypto market news. You can add indicators on IDEX if you left click on the insert indicator, for examples, RSI. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best chart. Just now, you can add indicators, go on the left hand side as well. You can do kind of charting positions as well. So there's lots of indicators you can use on IDEX because it's basically trading view. But when you go into trading view, you can't actually see it. But yeah, I think IDEX is going to be the best one to look at the chart on for BABB. Good night from Oregon is Randy Red Elk. Good to see you here, buddy. Peter Pan found nice website for crypto calendar dates. CoinMarketCalendar.com, worth a look. Yeah, I've got that kind of looked at that as well. Crypto news, cryptocurrency, is that it? Yeah, I've got that already. Kind of looked at, and you can look at BABB, see what's coming there. See if BABB's on it actually. No. Oh, it is. BABB, search. So the only news I've got on that calendar is app launch by the end of November 2018. So yeah, I like that calendar as well. Thanks very much for letting everybody know about that. Street workout, good one. Street workout, guys, careful out there. Security is key. Yep, security is key. Rocco saying, "Hey mate, got BABB the other day." Excellent. Mervyn Skidmore, morning Steve, morning to you Mervyn. Martin Zoom, quick question about the resistance support line you draw in the chat. Will you drag the line from the bottom, top of the candle or the wick to create this wedge? It'll be from where it finishes, from the finishing price. So if we can see here, I'll just kind of expand that. Hopefully it'll let me show you. So you can see here there's a wick up here, up at 372. So I'll draw it from the finishing price, and that's what I'd look at. So it's going to, looks as if it's going to bounce off, or it looks as if it's going to touch the support about 292, 291. I'll just go back to the kind of BTC price. That's not the BTC price. 8,083, so it's going down a wee bit. So we just need to keep a close eye on the BTC price as well, because that kind of dictates sentiment as well. Right, how long have we been on? 9:21. Cornwall, they got internet there now. Excellent. How to buy Bancor with credit card, debit card? Yeah, you can buy. You'd have to sign in with Messenger. I can't show you on here because I don't want to show you me signing in with Messenger, but you can do it because I did it last week. Coin collector with your card. Buy Ether, then convert. Buy coin collector, yes. Hi, BABB dip from last week was made by me. Terra Hooker, I think you have got to go to the homepage to buy with debit card. The BABB homepage. No, you don't have to. You can do it on Bancor.network or the Bancor homepage. Right, maybe that's. That's Discover. I think I need to sign in to actually show you, but I'm going to do a video on the course as well. Rob Taylor, do you believe MetaMask to be secure, or should I be using something else? MetaMask is just exactly what it says. It's a mask. So is secure, and unless anybody's got access to your computer directly and they have access to your keys, etc., MetaMask is secure because it's just a kind of mask for the back end. It's your kind of Ethereum kind of address, basically. That's what it is. So MetaMask is relatively secure. Same with kind of my Ether wallet as well. Although kind of those concerns about that once they kind of done the split. But MetaMask is kind of secure. But take precautions. Obviously, if you've got ERC20 tokens, take them off and put your on the Ledger Nano S or your Trezor or whatever it is you've got, or kind of paper wallets and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I think it's secure. But if somebody's got access or they do keylogging or something like that, then you've got to be really kind of aware, obviously. And this is even more so now, that because there'll be more and more ways to get into your kind of wallets and stuff like that as well. So it's best to kind of look at Ledger Nano S and make sure the firmware has been updated as well. I have to buy Ether from Swapit, then for tokens, can't see anywhere you can buy with card. Right, I'm going to look at that as well because I'm doing a video on that for Wednesday. How to buy with Bancor, and I'll look at doing that again. I just can't remember exactly, but I definitely have bought it with my card. XVG is going to blow up tomorrow after the announcement. Yeah, there's some speculation about the announcement with XVG. I think it's going to be an Indian company. They're looking, or people are speculating it's going to be an Indian company. Where is XVG just now? And I actually thought about XVG for a speculative, kind of just looking at it speculatively. I'm just going to see it on Coinergy chart. It's much better on the Coinergy chart. So it's a 10.17 just now. So I'm thinking about buying this maybe round about now. I'm thinking about buying into XVG, but setting a tight stop loss on it with the announcement tomorrow. It could double depending on the announcement, or it could fall straight in its arse and go down to 500 or something. You just don't know. Is it worth kind of going for? We just don't know. But the trouble with saying a stop loss is you kind of have to set two prices for the stop loss. One's where it's triggered and the other one's where it's kind of sold as well. So it could go down that quickly that it might just bypass your stop loss altogether and you might lose out. So that's my only concern with this as well. But it might double if you're into it just now, and it does double. Good luck to you. But it is very kind of risky. For me, XVG is extremely risky just now, to be honest. But it might be worth doing something. I don't know if I'm going to open a position or not. So it's going to be a difficult one. According to Verge lead developer, tomorrow Verge into top 3 coin market world changing announcement. Quite dangerous statement. Not top 3 USD. I don't know about Verge, to be honest. I'm just not. I don't know about Verge. Something doesn't quite ring true with it, to be honest. I just honestly haven't a clue with Verge. But from a trading point of view, it's been a brilliant coin to trade. It's been an absolute brilliant coin to trade on the way up, on kind of and getting in the dips as well. Rishikesh is saying, Steve, any insight for the XVG announcement? We just don't know. We don't know what's happening because nobody knows. Everybody's speculating just now about what the announcement could be. But if it's not that good an announcement, you can see this kind of shooting down. But if it is good, so you're right on the cusp just now, it's either going to blow up or it's going to go to, I don't know, back down to 500 or something. Are you still doing the BABB competition? Yeah, I'm going to do the BABB competition starting from today. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of finish this video up for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a competition starting today. I'm just going to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Actually, I was going to do it Thursday, Friday as well. But with the increase in the BABB price and kind of a few other things, I'm just going to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today, I'm going to be releasing a full review of BABB, the actual coin, the company, the team behind it and everything as well. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the interview I did with Paul Johnson, the CIO of BABB, and on Wednesday I'm going to show you exactly how to buy BABB using the banker.network system as well, which is a great system. And on each of these days I'm going to give 100,000 BAX tokens away. So it's a giveaway I'm doing for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to do it for those 3 days. So it's going to be a video after today. It'll be released today about 4 o'clock, the first one. So I'll be doing that later on today as well, and it'll be 100,000 giveaway. So basically what you're going to do is just put your kind of your Ethereum wallet address in the comments, and then I'll just go to a comment picker. So it's going to be completely arbitrary, and I'll go to a comment picker and get one of the winners on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now 100,000 tokens was, when I first thought about this, was worth about $70. Now 100,000 tokens is worth about $150, so it's doubled in price. So that's part of the reason I'm only going to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because the way it's going just now, I don't know if $100,000 could be worth $200 or $300 in a couple of days time. So I'll be doing the giveaway as well. I'll be doing that Monday, today, tomorrow and Wednesday as well. So look out for that. I'll let you, if you're in the Telegram chat area as well, I'll let you know about that in there as well if you're looking to get 100,000 BAX tokens. So I'm going to be doing that starting today. So I'll release a video about 4 PM, which is GMT time, which is about 7 hours time, 6.5 hours time. So that's going to be good as well. So those 100,000 tokens could be worth a lot of money in the future, a lot of money. But just now it's about $150 worth. So I'll be doing that later on today. So until I release that video, I don't know if I'm going to do it live and just kind of, I'll record the video obviously, I might do it live and then show you the video kind of live as well. I like doing the kind of lives as well, and see what happens after that. Then I'll announce the winners tomorrow for the previous day as well. So look out for that. Subscribe to this channel so you get a notification as well. So can I hit the notification bell as well and like this video, and I'll let you know as soon as I kind of put that out in all the channels possible. I'll even do it on Twitter. I don't really use my Twitter because that's for my business kind of side, my personal development and business side. So I don't really use it for that, but I'll put it on Twitter as well, and I'll put it on the Telegram groups. as well, so you can win 100,000 BABB tokens. But you've got to have liked the channel, and you've got to have subscribed to the channel as well. So if you've not subscribed, you'll not be able to win, unfortunately. So that's it for today. If you like this, kind of hit the likes again and subscribe to it, hit the notification bell. And if you want to kind of join our kind of free group, we've got a free group over on Facebook as well, talking about Tron, talking about BABB, talking about the altcoins, and kind of anything crypto, to be honest. I'm not in there a lot, to be honest, because I'm in the other kind of group that I've got at CYT-Crypto.com, which you can buy the program for that. It's just as a way of saying kind of thank you or whatever for these kind of videos. And it's $197. And basically what it's going to show you from beginner into intermediate. I'm going to put the trading videos on there as well, exactly how to trade and make a lot of money just doing day trading. Now, when I say day trading, I don't mean minute to minute. I'm talking about could be from a day to a couple of weeks. So I'll be looking at the likes of Verge, for example, or Tron, just day trading that and making your money, making 5–10% per day. So I'll be doing videos on that. I'll be adding them this week if you want to buy that program as well over at CYT Crypto. And you could make a lot of money with that, but also you could lose a lot of money, so you have to be careful. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. Look out for the video, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, same time. Okay, until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.